Well, this is going to be entertaining. We're trying to capture the circle, but there's a whole bunch of shit coming our way. All these turrets, all this teleporter shit, and oh my, a pissed off Torbjorn. Well, time to refresh for a little bit, and oh my, a whole bunch of people. And they pretty much can't do shit right now. So screw you all. Screw you, and screw you, Tracer. Wait till I get my hands on you. If I can get my hands on you. Goddamn, this is a little bit crazy already. Ooh, just got my heals from Mercy. So, let's get this all over and done with. And yeah, well, we're just trying to get all of it taken care of. And oh shit, shit just hit the fan. So, let's review Sombra, shall we?
Heroes never die.
So this is Sombra, Spanish for shadow. She was one of the newer offensive heroes that came out when the game started, or when the game just came out. And she has 200 health, and has a crap ton of abilities. But let's go to her main weapon first. Her machine pistol. It does 8 to 2.4 damage, and has a range of 25 to 15 meters. It's a really fast rate of fire weapon, at 20 rounds a second, and it has about 60 rounds, the most out of the offensive heroes. Pretty good, but my advice, aim for the head because, well, you're going to get more double shots along with it, and you'll be able to finish your opponents more quickly. She also has another ability which is passive, and it's called Opportunist. Opportunist, what it does, which I'll show here in a little bit, I'm going to put my opponents to half health, or lower health. If your enemies are on low health or in half of health, you'll be able to see them through walls, and you'll be able to tell your team which enemies are low and which ones to take care of. So it's very useful, and she's more team relied upon. So, with that on the side, let's see what her other abilities can do. This is what Sombra makes, well, Sombra. Her first ability is called Hack, and Hack is able to disable abilities from heroes, turrets, like from Torbjorn's turret, and health packs, and each of them can be varied. The abilities will be disabled for 6 seconds, the turrets will be disabled for 10 seconds, which you can easily take out, and the health packs will take an entirely 60 seconds, or 1 minute. And it does have a slow cooldown time at around 8 seconds. So you can easily just, if you have one person to deal with from the fray and are just on themselves, or if you have a turret that's being a little bit annoying, or if you have a health pack that's right near an enemy spawn, you can easily just hack them and get on with your way, or finish them off. Caught in a log? No problem. This teleporter definitely helps. So, her second ability is, well, is what I said, but it's called Translocator instead. Translocator, pretty much you toss a projectile in a parabolic arc, and you can even use it while in the air, and you can activate it automatically. You have 15 seconds in order to use this transponder, or unless it gets destroyed. And you'll have a 4-second cooldown to deal with, so it's minorly fast. So if you're caught in a sticky situation, such as this, you can basically respawn and be in the safe area where your translocator went. Or even you can go further into the fray. But that's somewhat suicide unless you know what you're doing entirely. So, you want to be a ninja? You want to be totally invisible? Well, we got you covered on that one too. This is her last ability, and it's called Thermotic Camo. I think I said it right. Anywho, we're just going to call it Camo. Makes her invisible, and you increase your speed. Very useful if you want to go into the fray, or if you're trying to run away. But you will get detected by turrets, unfortunately. It'll last for 6 seconds, and in return you get a 6-second cooldown. Perfect if you want to unleash your EMP, or if you're trying to get a quick getaway, or even trying to head on onto an enemy, or going onto a site at least. So, while that's on the side, what about her ultimate? Her last ability makes Sombra, well, Sombra again. And it's pretty well known. It's not used for killing people, but it's well known for destroying the living shit out of people. This one is called EMP. It unleashes a 15-meter blast radius and destroys shields, barriers, and disables abilities for a good old 6 seconds, much like her hack ability. And it's pretty fast to get, too. So, if all your enemies are in one huge group, you can easily unleash this and you can finish them off pretty quickly. Very useful if your team's in tandem or if they understand each other. So, enough about her abilities and weapon. Let's see how we play as Sombra. Sombra, or the Shadow, is a little bit harder to use than your average offensive heroes, who can usually just go headlong into an enemy. She can't, and she can easily get killed by that. So, you're gonna have to play a little bit more strategy-like, much like Tracer and Genji. And she's a little bit easier to use than Genji, so here's what you have to do. If you're in enemy territory or by themselves, or if the enemy's by themselves, you can easily just pick them out with your hack, or even hack their turret even if Torbjorn's right near it, but he has to be a little bit more occupied along with the turret. And you can easily hack health packs on the way, so if they try to go onto a health pack, you're just going to give them the big old middle finger. Use the EMP while they're in groups, and fight enemies only at one at a time, otherwise you're gonna die constantly, despite the fast rate of fire. So flank them with your set camo, and if the danger gets a little too much, you can just simply pull back with your translocator, or you can just simply hack the enemy so they don't have their abilities to use, and you can just easily finish them off. So without further ado, let's do some gameplay. Well, that's gonna have to do it for now. Be sure to like, favorite, share, subscribe, and you know, my Facebook page is down below. Until then, GalacticStorm saying, keep charging, bitches.